Welcome back. Rick Malphurs with Alpha Foundations is here, and we're showing you some before and after pictures of some of the dramatic work that you guys have done. For anybody just joining us, tell us what Alpha Foundations is quickly, and then we'll move on to those pictures.
For sure. Again, a local company that installs specialty products for foundation repair, crawl space repair, crawl space moisture remediation, which is what we're looking at today, and settled and sinking concrete slabs.
Okay, and what a difference it can make, and the proof is in the pudding, and in this case, a picture is worth 1,000 words. What is this, Rick?
So we're looking at a house with a crawl space, and there you see a lot of moisture, a lot of fungus, a lot of mold, and basically just all that stuff can deteriorate the wood and the substructure of the home. And here you see an after picture, which shows after we've had a mold remediator clean that wood and then go in there and install a clean space system on the walls and on the floor. You can see some boots in there too where we're working. But
okay, so but this is the exact same
house, exact same angle. Correct.
Okay, and that is, you actually replaced all the wood and you have that.
We did not replace the wood. We actually use a system called soda blasting, to where we actually go in the crawl space, or we have a mold remediation company go in the crawl space and use baking soda, which is a harmless product, to go in there and destroy that mold and get all that cleaned up for the customer.
Okay, so you just kind of remove the mold then, and the wood stays intact, which is, I bet, a huge cost savings for customers.
Yeah, I mean, it can, to replace the subfloor and all the joists and beams in a crawl space, it can be $20,000 to $30,000 or more.
Okay, and the sort of things that we're looking at today, what is the cost range on something like this?
It generally, depending on the customer's problem, you're anywhere from $2.50 to $7.50 a square foot, just depending on what the customer has going on. Again, we do a free in-home estimate and proposal and show the customer what we can do to help them, and then figure out exactly what their problems are, and maybe curtail and put that proposal directly to what they're looking to have done.
And that's a good value for the money, especially when you're doing it as a preventative issue, because it's not going to get any better on its own. It's going to have to be fixed. And the longer you wait, the more severe the damage becomes.
Correct.
All right, let's look at some more. What's this?
Again, just again, wood in the crawl space, a large joist with a lot of fungus, a lot of mold growth, and then an after picture here where we've gone in and put a clean space system, and then you see those the smart jacks, which are basically a floor support system behind it. And this is where we've gone in and redone the crawl space for the customer. That right there is a smart jack, which is a floor support system. So if you have sagging floors in the crawl space due to moisture or just due to settlement of the concrete piers in the crawl space, we can come in there with a smart jack and lift those floors back up to level. And most of those jobs can be done within a day or two.
At some point, and I guess this is the actual piece of equipment that you use. And
here you're seeing a dehumidification system as well as a pump, and then we also offer battery backup systems just in case. We've had a lot of power outages over the last year or so with some of the storms. And so most of the time when a customer is looking to make sure that there's no water in their crawl space is during that storm, and we have those battery backups to make sure they're operating when the water is actually in the crawl space.
So this particular system then stays in the home with the homeowner or the business owner?
All the time.
All the time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's very efficient. All the products are ENERGY STAR rated, and we end up finding that customers with this system, with a crawl space, can save anywhere from maybe 15 to 18% in energy cost over the course of a year. Okay,
so where does that, when it pulls that, the condensation and the humidity out of the air, and it's something like that, it has to drip somewhere, I would guess, or go somewhere. Where is it going?
Again, depending on the type of repair we're doing for the homeowner, we make drainage systems or a pump system to be able to get that water out of there. Again, we can go into, depending on the customer's budget, depending on the problems they're having, and again, make a system that works for the homeowner and the problems they're experiencing, as well as what their budget can handle.
What are some of the initial signs that someone may have in their home before it gets to this extent? Is there any sort of initial signs that they may be able to detect? For
sure. I mean, again, cupping floors are a big thing. And then when you look at, floor settlement or movement, any type of doors or windows that are out of balance or out of whack a little bit, that door that's scraping at the top there, you've had to shave it down, every other year for the last 10 years. Again, feeling of a lot of moisture in the home. and any kind of smells or odors or anything like that coming from the crawl space.
Okay.
So anything that's just out of the norm.
All right. And so many of the houses are built on concrete slabs.
Correct.
Some of the newer ones.
Right.
What happens in time? Does the concrete crack because the ground's settling, and that might even affect some of the newer homes?
We see, again, seeing the amount of houses that we see every year, concrete settlement, movement, cracks in the concrete, cracks in the drywall of the home, in the brick on the outside of the home. Anything that you're seeing that looks, out of whack or incorrect is definitely something we can help with.
I want to know if we still have, we have a picture where there's mold and somebody writes mold. We're going to get to that in a minute, but it's unbelievable because your whole family, like you said, you're breathing this. What percentage of the air from the crawl spaces goes back up into the home?
About 50% of the air you breathe in the home comes from the crawl space.
Wow.
And here, this is again an exact before and after picture of the corner of a crawl space where we did a lot of work, and you can see just the dramatic difference. And knowing that you don't have all those allergens and dust mites and mold and bugs and all those things getting up into the living space is very comforting.
Right, definitely so. And everybody changes their air conditioning filters all the time to make sure that their air stays clean. But when you think about 50% of it's seeping up through the under foundation of the house, there's no way to get a filter on that. The only way is to have you guys come out and repair the entire process.
Exactly.
And how long does a job like this usually take?
Generally, depending on the square footage of the home, between 1 and 5 days. If you have a 1,000 square foot, 1,500 square foot home, we can probably do that in a day or two. And then obviously it goes up from there. So.
Okay. And then what about businesses?
Same thing. It depends on the square footage and the height of the crawl space. Here in Florida, a lot of crawl spaces are 18 inches to 24 inches tall, which we do work in those spaces. But if you have an area you can walk in, it can take a lot less time. So.
That's unbelievable. Okay, and so
years in the crawl space have settled, whether it be to moisture or whether it be to just the soil. And then we have a Smart Jack system, which is a floor support system. We go into the crawl space of the house, and each one of those Smart Jacks can lift up to 50,000 pounds. So no matter the size of the home or anything like that, we can, again, make a system and propose a system that works specifically for your home.
And then do you stay behind the work? Because looking at those floor jacks right there in time, might it be possible that they too could actually drop? And if so, what happens?
Well, we give a 25-year warranty on the specific product and then a 5-year adjustment warranty. So if any time during the first 5 years it needs adjusting, we come out. And again, we're one of the only foundation and crawl space repair companies in North Florida and South Georgia with a service department. So if you ever needed something, we're going to be able to get out there a lot faster than the other guys.
That's pretty great. Okay, any other parting thoughts you'd like to pass along?
Just, again, we firmly believe we are the premier foundation repair contractor in South Georgia and North Florida. And just, alphafoundations.com is a website, and we can definitely help you out with any of the problems that you've seen on the show today.
Do you give free estimates? If someone calls you, you can come out and give an evaluation?
Yes, ma'am. It generally lasts about 1.5 hours to 3 hours, depending on the problem. It can be very specific or very generic, whatever the homeowner is looking for.
Rick Malphurs, Alpha Foundations, give them a call and they will hook you up. Thank you so much for coming in.
All right. Nice to see you, Karen.
You bet. Coming up next, 904thin.com, helping you lose weight and get healthy at the same time. It's one of the last homestands of summer and before kids go back to school, as the Jacksonville Shrimp take on Mississippi. The action starts Thursday and will go through the weekend. For more information, log on to jaxshrimp.com.